How's it? Today is January 4th. It's Monday, and I am back in California. Um, I have a new training block, I guess you could call it, where I'm aiming to snatch and clean and jerk more than I have in the past. That's basically what every training block is there for. But starting off, I am going through a volume phase with a ton of block power snatches. I haven't really done these before, like as a progression. I did them on like kind of a one-off day a couple times here and there, but I haven't ever worked on these. And so today I am just doing 5 sets of four, pretty light. Ideally, the blocks would be a little bit higher, so the bar would be 2 to 3 inches above my knee, which is kind of more akin to the hang power snatch or the hang position, and it's approaching that power position, quote unquote power position that a lot of people coach. But I'm working with what I got, and these blocks are just a little bit short. These are the highest blocks that they have here. However, Kaleo, the owner of the gym, is building a new set that will have 1 inch or 2 inches taller, which is be just one more level of 2x4s, and I will be using those whenever they come out or whatever he brings them to the gym. For these, like honestly, it was so light, and it's the first day of the cycle that I wasn't really thinking about too much. I think on some of them I get a little bit behind the bar. Obviously, that's not really desired, but I try my best to keep my chest over and push through my midfoot as I extend. And I think that overall it looks like I know what I'm doing, you know? Here's my last set. So after this, I do some RDLs, which for a moment I forgot how to do. You'll see on this first set, but these are a lot harder than I remember them being. I've done the RDLs in the past, typically for clean, but I mean the snatch RDL is very similar. So here you can see I kind of forgot what I'm doing. Like I'm pushing through my legs a little bit too much. Um, and then I finally figure it out here. There you go. And so all of them look like that for the most part. I yeah, I do my best to keep my lower back straight and kind of stretch my hamstrings and then pull through my hamstrings as I go up. I am not sure if Steve wants me to actually do a little shrug at the top, but on some of them I do, some of them I don't. I think at the top set I end up doing a little bit more. And so here is, I guess, my top set here. So I do four here. Um, if I recall, I thought I did five, but I guess I did four. Ah, whatever. These are just not easy. I realized that holding my breath through the whole set is pretty hard. It puts a little bit more pressure on my chest because I am kind of having that thoracic tightness through my spine. And so when I get to here, this position, it's hard to breathe. And so for the later sets, so like this one and this final set, I have I breathe in between each rep, basically. And here's my final set. I'm pretty happy with how these look. They're not easy, but I like the way that they feel afterwards. It feels like I'm actually gaining strength and I'm working towards a goal of having better start position. And so after that, I moved into the snatch push press plus overhead squat. I'm not entirely sure what the numbers are and why I'm doing the numbers I'm doing, but my goal is to just, or I guess the goal set by Steve was to do a 5+1 at 80, and then working on my way up, I'll do 3+2 up until 80, and then at 80, I'll do that one set of 5+1. I don't think I've ever done a snatch push press set of 5 ever, and I'm tacking on a overhead squat at the end of that, and it's like it's a little interesting. I think that as far as the overhead squat goes, I can probably overhead squat a lot more than I can push press. So, well, that might not always be true. I think, yeah, whatever. Forget what I said. So here's my top set. Just that push press, huge set is interesting to me. And then after that, I do this pull-up pyramid, which is something I've never done. I've never thought of before, but I think it's a little creative way of treating pull-ups. So basically, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, up to whatever set of reps, and then whenever I hit my top set, then I'll go back down to back to 1. So if I hit 6 today, which is what I did, then I'll end up doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is a huge amount of volume in a really creative way of doing it. Because as you get to that top set of reps, it gets really challenging, and then it's just an interesting experience. I've never done these again, as I said, but it's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And so I ended up getting up to 6, which is a total of 42 reps. And to finish off, I do just some GHD sit-ups, real simple. Just it's kind of that same layout for my core exercises as I have in the past. Yeah, overall, I think today was really light. But it's the beginning of a new block, so a lot of extra volume in places that I didn't expect there to be. But yeah, I'm happy with today. So thank you for watching. Shoots.